Directions for your love monster. Put your name and teacher code on the back. About a hand's amount of space from the top of your paper, you'll add your eyes. I want my eyes to be different sizes, so I'm using 2 different size circles to very carefully trace around, and they will be about a finger's amount of space apart. Carefully trace around the second one, and then make sure that your eyes are probably about 3 fingers or so from the edge. Next, I'll add the top of the head that's a few fingers above the eyes, and this line stops and starts about the halfway point on our eyes. And I'm adding kind of zigzaggy lines when I'm creating the ears and the top of the head to create hair texture. The ears are just kind of an A shape, like a capital A shape, and then I'm making the sides of the head that kind of go down and touch the edges of my paper. So it's not even going down to the final edge, it's just going off the sides. And make sure your ears aren't too teeny tiny. Next, I'll add the mouth by adding kind of a tipping rainbow. It's not perfectly straight, it's kind of tipped a little bit. And then the teeth, which are more A shapes, make sure that you can fit a finger or 2 in those spaces. Then add the inside part of the eyes. You decide where you want your monster to be looking. Those spaces can probably fit a finger or 2. You can add eyebrows if you want. And then if you want to add a heart, add 2 dots, and then you're going to create one side of the heart that stops and starts at the dot, and then the other side of the heart. This might take a couple tries. That's okay. Then using a Sharpie marker, you will very carefully retrace your pencil lines. If you want, you can even darken in the eyes black unless you want them to be a color. Then you'll take your Sharpie and you'll add a little bit of hair texture just around the edge, some kind of dashed lines to make him look like he's a little fuzzy. Don't add too much, just a little bit will be just right to add the idea that your monster has hair texture. Then you'll use liquid watercolors to very carefully paint in your monster however you choose. Use the very tippy top of your brush to help you stay inside the lines, especially when you're right next to an edge or a line. Really take your time. Remember, when you switch colors, rinse your brush very well and use a sponge to blot it off. At cleanup time, place your love monster on the drying rack.